Thank you for choosing Horizon of Paranormal, where we jump into the weird and crazy things that's happening in this world today. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and a like button to get these algorithms up. I'd really appreciate it. Today I want to get into a lot of crazy things that's going on right now, from this whole blue origin going into space, which it claims it would take 10 minutes to get there and get back, with these 6 celebrity women apparently. And also there are other things I like to go down the rabbit hole of. The mysterious UFOs that's, well, one being seen in Canada, it was yesterday, and a few other things that I just can't sleep at night just thinking about. Let's take a look at all these weird, crazy things that's happening in this world right now. Leave in the comments what you think after seeing these videos.
Hold up. So they say they was in space for how long? I'm sorry, but y'all really expect me to believe that this whole space trip took less than 10 minutes? Come on now. Here they go, once again, playing right in our face. And people just eat that shit up. So you mean to tell me they launched these women into space, they unbuckle their seatbelt, get to float around or whatever, look through that tiny ass window, see space, and then make it back down within that time frame that they showed? Nah, I don't think so. But what's wild to me is Blue Origin said that this is a 10-minute mission, but the landing post came back 7 or 8 minutes after launch saying that they welcomed them back. They came back successfully. So something's not adding up. The math is definitely not mathing. And then they want to show us footage from outside the motherfucking capsule. I want to see the footage from inside the capsule. I want to see them up in space. I want to see them floating around, talking, looking, pointing out that little window, saying, oh my God, we made it, something. Don't show the outside, show the inside cam. Show when they're going up, when they're up, and when they're coming down. So until I see inside that capsule of all the footage of them going up, coming down, floating around, doing all that, etc., 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 y'all can kiss my, because I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it.
They went to space for 11 minutes. This is America's goddamn problem, and that's why the other countries be laughing at us. Land of the free and the home of the fuck out of here, because I thought these women were staying up there for at least a month. 11 minutes? How much that cost? The kids been starving. The homelessness is insane. Everybody don't even qualify for food stamps no more. The eggs, the footage don't even look real. It looked like it came from a motion picture from the 70s. What are we supposed to do with this information on this Monday morning? Like, did Jeff Bezos send his wife for collateral just to prove that ain't nothing gonna happen to them, or he don't care about her either? We really couldn't have allocated that money to decrease the egg prices? I need a scientist to make a TikTok right now to really give us the tea of if you could really get to space in 11 minutes, because I call bullshit. Hey, Jeffrey, you want to do us all a favor and send Trump and Elon up there next? Please and thank you.
Something is definitely not adding up, and I'm gonna be the one to say it. Somebody gotta be lying. I was watching the live footage from when the capsule came from space. Y'all gonna see it too. But somebody that was in the capsule opened the door, opened the hatch from inside the capsule, y'all. So when the door opened from the capsule, a lady that was standing by Jeff Bezos ran over to the door and said something, probably like, don't do that. You can't do that. It's showing. Don't open it. Don't open it. But it was already too late, y'all. It was on live feed. But you know, they still had to try to play it off somehow. So the people from the live crew that was talking was like, Jeff Bezos is about to open the door from the outside. He about to open the hatch. And then Jeff Bezos went over there with some little key or whatever. And then he act like he was opening the door when we all just seen that the door opened from the inside. That's not supposed to happen. You cannot open that capsule from the inside. It's pressurized. It's closed from the outside and locked and sealed. So how did they open it? Somebody on that jump opened it. So you mean to tell me they got blasted up in space, they did their little space shit, then they came back down falling probably like 700 miles an hour to hit the floor and for one of them to unbuckle their seat and open the door from the inside? So it was never sealed? Am I missing something?
Died, unidentified flying.
Yo, what is that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be famous. Unidentified flying.
Yo, what is that?
A disturbing case is unfolding in Atlanta, Georgia, where at least 17 women and teenage girls have gone missing after responding to the same job listing posted on Indeed. Authorities say the victims, mostly women in their 20s and 30s, had each applied for a job through the popular employment platform. The listing appeared to come from a legitimate hiring manager, and applicants were reportedly sent a link or address to attend an in-person interview. None of them have been heard from since. This alarming situation has sparked concern over online employment scams. Officials are urging the public to remain cautious when sharing personal information or attending interviews, especially if the job posting or location seems suspicious. While details about the company and the job position remain unclear, police confirm that these 17 women are officially listed as missing. This is not a rumor. Families and investigators are actively searching for answers. Job seekers are advised to verify company credentials, avoid unfamiliar locations, and never share sensitive data unless they are certain the employer is legitimate.
There is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. These are the names of everyone. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real, y'all. Please be careful. Like I said, there are scams out there to, risk, your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. Like I said, the 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. And I'm not 100% sure what job this was for. It just was a listing or a posting, and it...
Indeed is not a website for job applications anymore. They are literally trafficking and kidnapping teenage girls. If y'all didn't hear about the 17 missing teenagers after they had went to a job interview for a warehouse from Indeed, and nobody heard from them ever since, and this happened in Atlanta. And that's the reason why every time we go and apply for a couple of jobs off Indeed, we never get a response back, because they are literally picking teenage girls, telling them to come to this location for an interview. And when they're driving up to these locations, the parking lot is literally empty. The warehouse looks creepy as fuck. And one girl had commented under my video, and she said that she went for a job interview and the guy came to her car and said, "Oh, you're quite young for this job, aren't you?" And then the girl never ended up getting out of her car, and she actually went back home. Like, please, especially ladies, be careful. Do not go on Indeed to look for a job, because that is not the place anymore. Back then, like 2015, 2016, yeah, it was a reliable source to get a job. But now they're literally using that as a way to traffic young girls. So trust your gut, trust your intuition. If it feels like something is wrong, you should not go, then do not go. And if y'all are applying for jobs, go on the actual job website. Don't go on Indeed and they make you go on a different link and do all this crap. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth y'all lives. Please be careful when y'all are on Indeed. Like, I'm not even, baby, y'all will never ever catch me on Indeed ever again. Like, that is so scary, especially for young girls who are just trying to get jobs. And there's a reason why a lot of boys don't be getting called back from Indeed. Now y'all know this is the reason why. They're literally trafficking young teenage girls. The fact that 17 are missing right now in Atlanta, they went to the interview and they never heard back from them, ever.
Look, you missed it. Look. Wait, blew something out. Look.
Yeah. Look at that. What the heck is that?
They're spraying.
Over West Texas.
Daddy.
What is that?
It's in the space. It's Miss Prime.
It's Optimus Prime? Probably.
It's a Metro.
I know that is not man-made.
This is literally shining in my bedroom window. Am I the only one that see this? Yo, am I the only one that see this? I just finished praying and I look out my window and this is what I see. I've never seen it like this before. This is nutty. Y'all look at that. This is great. Do y'all see what I see?
So there's been a war declared on Jesus himself in Britain. Britain has outlawed prayer. Whether you pray at home, you pray in public, you lay hands on anyone and pray in the name of Jesus, even with total consent, preach the name of Jesus, hand out a Bible, they will arrest you and charge you and put you in jail for 2 years. They have criminalized Christianity. And with this, there's a direct attack on the church. There's a direct attack on Jesus himself. Yet you can say jihad in the streets openly. And actually, every other religion is not only accepted, but widely celebrated in Britain right now. And so this charge is being led by the government. They are trying to effectually become God. They want to be the supreme authority. And as it stands right now, even they said if they can prove that you're praying to Jesus in your head, yes, praying in your head, they will arrest you right now and they will charge you and penalize you with 2 years in jail. So Britain has launched an all-out attack on the church and an all-out attack on Christ when the entire heritage of Britain and the foundation of which they stand on was all founded by the Bible. It was all biblical values of which Britain was even built upon. So as this war grows and as this war heats up, we can see the war that's been launched on Christ himself in Britain. I love you.
Have y'all seen this right here? It looks downright apocalyptic here in the Middle East, in Iraq and other parts. They are all seeing red and there's thousands of people going to the hospital because they cannot breathe. And you know I do not believe in coincidences, so I believe that everything happening in the Middle East right now may be bringing this upon them. Because this same exact scene and imagery popped up in New York, you remember? When they were promoting that very demonic Diabolo or whatever, I think it was Diablo or something like that, whatever, some demonic game popped up. They were pushing it really hard. And all of a sudden, all of New York was orange and red. This right here is when it first started moving in, and the news was covering it like crazy because it is way worse than they ever have it. We'll get to the heads buried in the sand, good pun, later. This is another scene that was caught around the Middle East. It was everywhere, just all red. And to prove that these waves of color in sand are not coincidental, when the same thing in New York happened again, they said it was the Canada fires that were causing it, but then we were able to see live images of Canada from that same time and there was no fire. So what really caused it to be red in New York?
Come on, dude, it's always red.
Are you serious? Do you not see this? People will always deliberately ignore all the signs until that door closes.
With all the UFO excitement beginning April 12th, something was almost overlooked. And that something happened on the night of April 13th, 2025. This comes from a witness named Darden out of North Arlington, New Jersey. He captures a UFO that we have never seen before. This is different. This is weird. And it's leaving everybody with questions as to what is it and who does it belong to, because this looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Take a look at this. Tell me what you think. Comment below.
Could this be a soft disclosure? United States Air Force's Stephen F. Quast of Space Force was releasing what sounded like soft disclosure of energy sources during this press conference. Also, if you remember, President Trump did this a few days back. Could this be a soft disclosure? Listen up.
The seed corn of all development, all growth, all survival, energy. So energy, transportation, information, and manufacturing, these are the things that change humanity, that will change world power, and they are descending upon us in ways that are very unique. The technology is on the engineering benches today, but most Americans and most in Congress have not had time to really look deeply at what's going on here. But I've had the benefit of 33 years of studying and becoming friends with these engineers and these scientists. This technology can be built today with technology that is not developmental to deliver any human being from any place on planet Earth to any other place in less than an hour. To deliver Wi-Fi from space where you never need a cell tower to connect. To deliver energy from space where you never have to plug your phone in and it trickle charges and you can use that energy over time. It can be applied to cars, to houses. The technology of Edison and Tesla that we live with in our energy environment, our paradigm today, is expensive, it's dangerous, and it's wasteful. Plug it into the wall, but yet that's what we all do because we are used to paradigms. The power of space will change world power forever. And it doesn't have to be a big country to do it. It can be a small island country, let's say New Zealand. Because the technology, if optimized, can change world power, and there's nothing you can do if you don't have that power. The nature of power. You either have it and your values rule, or you do not have it and you must submit. We see that play out again and again in history, and it's playing out now. But we get trapped.
Something peculiar happened amid all of the UFO sightings that occurred this weekend, and that was on April 13th, 2025. Loud, unidentified booms were heard near Washington, D.C. These are different and they're weird. So anybody in the area who else have heard these, comment below or post your video if you have one. Does anybody know what happened or what these are from? Take a look at this, listen to it, tell me what you think, comment below.
going to say, I live in Las Vegas, and last year we had a 10-foot tall alien in somebody's backyard, and that's a little disconcerting, especially I talked to some police officers here, and they said, you're never going to see the body cam footage that they took in that backyard. So, you know, look, just to take it a little more seriously, we have documentation. There's documents out there that indicate that we've been visited for a very long time, that this is something CIA in Virginia knows all about, and you have to assume that they've been preparing for this. But we don't have any public knowledge of that. I mean, shouldn't we maybe have hearings on considering this eventuality? Because if you just look at what's in the New York Times and the Washington Post the last 7-8 years, it's aliens all the time.
All right, well, Mike, this obviously is going to be a point of discussion in future shows, but we really appreciate your joining. Calculator ranks Virginia as the best prepared to deal with an alien invasion, with Alabama in second place, Massachusetts in third, New York in fourth, and Minnesota rounding out the top 5. Okay, I am officially confused. Massachusetts.
Okay, what I'm going to share with you guys is what we know to be real and true. And when I tell you this, I urge you to not restrict your thinking to technology. We've been collecting UAP data for more than 5 years with electromechanical signaling. We call this our dog whistle. What the technology is classified. Generally speaking, we see 3 to 5 different classifications of UAP per day during operations. To make sense of our data, we had to develop a lexicon, and we base it off of flight characteristics. Again, there are 9 different flights or classes, and some of these UAPs may be the same type of UAP under different flight configurations. But at this point, given their behavior, we are confident that they do not align with your typical extraterrestrial explanation. Again, each UAP has different characteristics. Some tumble, some spin, some flicker, some just look like a living being flying in the sky. UAPs are extremely hard to image. What is seen with the naked eye generally is not what is seen under camera, and we do not know why. Class 1 is the tetra. It usually spins, it tumbles, it looks like a black body. Sometimes it flickers multiple times per second. It appears to have a cloud or vapor around it. We've seen class 1s in formations up to 20 to 23 in a flock or formation. Classification 2 is known as a tic-tac, but I feel like I should go through classifications 2 through 9 in another video, so there will be a part 2.
Another one.
What? Doing it again and gone.
As you can see, that gentleman just walked out of that fire exit just then, and he was wearing a suit. Now, really funny, that's really interesting that there's a lot of people in suits walking out of this fire exit, but look at where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of Miranda, Westfield. Okay, this is crazy. And as you can see, check this out. Normal fire exit, what, right? That's just a normal fire exit, but guess what? Watch where it leads. Look at this.
Now what the hell going on here, America? We done found the doorway inside the Grand Canyon. Let's go in. Ooh wee.
At least maybe we can solve one mystery of the Grand Canyon. So let's go.
Before setting out, I wondered how I would get there. The terrain looked steep and likely inaccessible. Consulting a map, I plotted a route that would allow me to hike to a vantage point directly across from the entrance. From there, I planned to use binoculars to get a closer look. I live pretty close to the Grand Canyon, so it was easy for me to make a day trip out of this mystery. So I am here at the guard station to the North Rim entrance station. Can't wait, I'm getting closer, so we're gonna see what all this weird stuff is. Is it aliens? Is it some portal to the universe? I don't know. We're gonna find out soon.
Well, America, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below and don't forget to follow. It's most definitely something going on in them Grand Canyons, and we gonna get down to it, America. This video is for entertainment purposes only, but if you know, you know. Stay woke out there. Peace, love, and light. Ooh wee.
This video is for entertainment only, but if you know, you know.
You guys remember the secret room?
Shall we look? It's a flashing. What is like a? Jesus Christ! What the hell's that? Did you see that?